Hey kids, it's been so. I hope everyone is staying safe, staying healthy, staying hydrated while we go through this endeavor together, being quarantined, um, sheltering in place, all that lovely stuff. Um, just remember to, stay calm. It'll be over. This is not a permanent state of affairs, and don't let hysteria get the best of you. Rationality and hysteria can't exist in the same place. So just remember to keep your calm. Wash your hands. Wow, I really hate this hair. It's too pink, and I have dysphoria issues. Y'all know. But what I wanted to talk about for this video is a little off the beaten path that I usually traverse as a professional complainer, but I think it is in the vein of the topics that I discuss on this channel. So yeah, recently there has been some drama in the mental health community, more specifically the DID community. DID is dissociative identity disorder, and I've had a video, just one, where I discuss it. I'm far from being a professional, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. And though I do not suffer with DID, I think I do come from a perspective of informed awareness, not, anything professional, but I had a counselor who was just dead set on diagnosing me with dissociative identity disorder, and I know that is not what I experience. I know that my identity, while definitely fragmented, dulled in some places and non-existent in others, I feel that the pieces are cohesive. But of course, because I'm a person who is not in control of all their faculties, I can't have an opinion about my own mental health. I don't think this professional did know more than I did about my condition as far as dissociation goes. So yeah, on this channel, I talk a good bit about dissociation, and currently in YouTube drama, you have Trisha Paytas that is making videos about having DID, and honestly, the whole situation seems a bit disturbing. Like, to me, as a person who doesn't identify with the gender that they were assigned at birth, I find that her video on being trans is downright offensive. And as just a person, seeing the video on being trans and seeing the DID video is disturbing. It's just deeply disturbing. It's distressing. It's disheartening to see a person that has such a vast, such an expansive platform use it so poorly. Just, it's sad, honestly. And I'm not going to say that I think she's faking it. I'm not going to try to diagnose her because I'm not a professional. But I ask that you all exercise some patience, because there's obviously something not right. There's something wrong. And we can only hope that she has the insight, the wherewithal to seek out the help that she needs and to express herself in a way that is not destructive, because so far it's been destructive. There's a lot of people in the mental health community that are deeply distressed, and I feel that I should say something about it, since I do have not like, a big following by any means, but I feel like I should say something about it, just because the stigmatization of people who have issues connecting with reality, that suffer from psychosis, there's such a negative stigma surrounding people like myself. And I don't want to be complacent in the spreading of falsehoods and the spreading of malicious misinformation in regards to both mental health and to LGBT issues, because I talk about those as well on this channel a lot. And especially with Trans Day of Visibility coming up on March 30th, and then in May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and then June is Pride Month. So we have, these designated times to take stock, to understand our placement in the grand scheme of things. But I wanted to say something about it, because I do think that spreading information like that, that's just entirely wrong, entirely unresearched, is not just bad, it's destructive. It's caused a lot of people a lot of pain, and it's unfair not to take responsibility for the destruction that you cause. The word crazy has been tossed around, which is derisive as fuck. There's a lot of connotation that comes along with calling someone crazy or calling them insane. I've had a few people come to my channel in the comments talking about having DID, and I wanted to let you all know that you're not crazy. While you do suffer from a disorder, there's nothing wrong with you. This is life. This is how things go. And finding a way to cope with the obstacles that life puts in front of you is the best way that you can live. And if you're trying, you're doing it right. That's all anyone can ask of you, is to try. And you'll have some setbacks. Things will be hard. It was never going to be easy. But you have gone through so much hell. You've gone through the fucking ringer, especially with DID, because it is the product of repeated childhood trauma before middle school. So like around the ages of 9 and 10. And for anyone who might be suffering with dissociative identity disorder, or really any dissociative disorder, I would suggest that you check out Dissociated. That's the account that Trisha references in her video. They're just a wealth of information, not only about DID, but also mental health in general, and trying to cope with issues that you might have, connecting with reality and all that stuff, and how hard it is to make progress and feel as though this progress is meaningful. It's a tough journey. I won't lie and say it isn't, but there are people out there that have taken the same steps you are currently trying to take, and they can definitely help. I would ask the people who watch my channel who are neurotypical, who don't suffer with mental illness or have any neurodivergent traits, I would ask for you to be patient and be considerate, be kind, because there are a lot of people that live outside the mainstream and do suffer from things that you couldn't imagine. And so when you call someone crazy, not only think to yourself, what does that mean? Remember me, because you've decided to engage with me in some way that is meaningful to you on some level. Do you think I'm crazy? And if you do, what does that mean? Because I think you'd be hard pressed to find what exactly makes me crazy and what exactly insanity means. Yeah, I just ask that you take some time to think about it, to think about the things that you say, to think about the people that you interact with before you say the things that you say. Be courteous and be patient and understanding. And I know it's hard, but try. Because really, in the grand scheme of things, it isn't that hard. You guys, stay safe. Deuces.